Back to Dr. Lowe. He held interest rates for the first time in a while. Joining us live now is the Executive Chairman, Yellow Brick Road Home Loans, Mark Bouris. Mark, was it a surprise for you? What do you think?
There's a lot of things going on overseas in relation to banks overseas and in Europe. Probably more importantly, we've had a lot of interest rate rises. We've had 3.5% worth of interest rate rises, which is quite incredible. It's our record. And why wouldn't he sit back and have a look what's going to happen? Yeah,
so he's indicated that there may well be another lift down the track. Would you have thought that there's another one in store, or perhaps wait to see the data and this may well be it?
Well, whatever way you can read this latest statement, I'm worried. So on one hand, he's saying, I want to wait and see whether or not we've gone too hard. In other words, things could fall out of the tree. In other words, the whole economy. But on the other hand, he's saying, oh, but by the way, if inflation isn't under control, which we remain concentrating on getting inflation back down to 2 or 3%, we're going to keep putting rates up. So I don't know which way to feel. I don't feel good about anything he said at all. This is just a pause, nothing else.
Wow. So how many more could come, do you think?
Well, if inflation doesn't come down from 6.8%, which is the latest read, and the next read, and if wages keep pressing upwards as they are doing, then there's every chance we could get 2 or 3 more rate rises. Wow. And a lot of people are still saying 4.25 as being the terminal rate. You know what? I had Warren Hogan, man. He was on the program a while ago, and I think he said over 4. It could well go to over 4. I choked on my Wheat Bix that morning, as I, like many others, are mortgage holders. He may well be right in the end. He could be, because, and this is all about data, and what sort of concerns me most of all, Pete, is that there is no human impact analysis in relation to these interest rate rises. They're all just about data. Data says this, data says that. Let's put rates up because the data says. What about the impact on people? And nobody's actually looking at that. And I just wish somebody would actually go and do a proper study on this and work out what is the impact on people.
Okay, well, looking at data, looking at CoreLogic data, Mark, this is a surprise. So it's already suggested that real estate, house prices in Sydney in particular, already up 1%. It's up in most other states as well. Is this the beginning of a housing boom, or is this what's referred to as a dead cat bounce?
I like the latter, dead cat bounce, mate. I really don't expect that house prices in Sydney or anywhere else for that matter are going to keep going in the north direction. This might have been just a little blip, but wait till we start seeing the 1.2 million of fixed rate loans. There's 800,000 of them this year and another 450,000 sometime next year in 2024, which go from fixed to variable, which is basically taking their repayments up by twice, a factor of 2. There's no way in the world that we're going to see house prices rise.
Just a final one here, Mark, and off topic here, but just, I, like many others, are a fan of your Instagram accounts. Are you interviewing Barack Obama? Did that happen?
April 1, mate. And it's quite a good example of, it was an April Fool's gag by my team. And Pete, but what's really interesting, but it was so convincing. What's really interesting is my guys went and used deep fake systems to fake some of that stuff, just as an example of what AI can do. And really, what I'm really trying to do here is train myself into the effects of artificial intelligence and how you can fake stuff and how dangerous that potentially can be. Because I even got the great Peter Stefanovic.
You got me. You got me. It may have something to do with the hours that I work, and I'm tired all the time, but you still got me. Mark Bouris, good to chat. Talk to you soon. Mate.